So, greetings, my dear recruiters and the jury members from India Runs Hackathon. This is Subham Banerjee Seal, one of the members of HenshinLabs. We are currently developing our own open source organization where we are doing a lot of tinkering about. Now, for this particular hackathon, we would like to submit this video, which is now being pre-recorded just about an hour and a half before the competition actually ends. Now, of course, you are here to recruit the top participants for this challenge called the Data and AI Challenge, basically developing a new way of recruiting candidates based on their exuberant resumes. We know that people are very good at lying and very good at decorating their resumes and CVs. We need a particular solution that doesn't just look at the flowery wordings or just only the semantic match, but rather be able to find the traps that these particular resumes do tend to have, from prompt injection to, let's say, straight up lies on the resumes. And for that, we have developed our Henshin Recruiter system, which it uses not only your simple semantic based embeddings and LLMs, which are now top of the town and top of the words, and everyone seems to be using them, but we have integrated some old technologies into it as well. Basically, we led out our research team. Let me show you what we have done in terms of our research. If you go and here, particularly we were looking at what even the recruiters tend to actually see, meaning what they tend to have or would like to have in their candidates. Not only that, we were looking into what actually gets a candidate selected in a good role or a position based on whatever be the HR liking to have. In those cases, we have conducted research across 30 plus papers throughout the archives and basically different conferences where these are getting published very popularly. And of course, we have all the data and everything. What we have actually developed is a Python module that you can install on your system with simple just git clone, or if you are a member of HenshinLabs, of course, you can do it as a SSH and get it running. We have developed it for both the Windows system as well as the Linux systems using the PowerShell script for Windows and simple bash scripting for Linux, so that it can install the module, everything in one shot. If you're using UV, you know what to do. Now, we can just run it on our terminal very quickly and show you on our server how the actual UI looks like. Of course, the system or the question asked us to do with their own, you can say docx and the job description that they wanted. It was basically some AI/ML engineer that they are recruiting. Of course, everyone is doing that. Now, we were thinking, okay, let's do something extra. Okay, one more thing. This is called the candidate gazette because we have developed the whole interface based on old newspaper, because of course we want to have a bit of touch from the olden days. You as a recruiter will begin to solve the questionnaire, which is here, as what is the primary role type you're looking for, maybe individual contributor, maybe you're looking for a team lead. And then basically these questions are properly caricatured towards what your current needs are. As soon as you get your persona build up as a recruiter, of course it saves it. There is no sign up, sign down, or whatever requirement is there, because it actually stores it in the browser cache. If you just happen to clear the cookies, it will be cleared for you as well. You can load the configs. Everything is properly modularized. These are the configs that are already there in terms of what signals we are going to be processing. One more thing I would like to suggest, or rather say it out loud, is our skill graph. This skill graph creation has been conducted via extensive research through about 45 papers on what are actual skills that are actually evolving from 1996 till 2026. meaning we are looking at the evolution of professionalism in the industry and academia. And of course, all of these are particularly session saved, like my particular cookies and my particular persistent storage on my browser. I've saved these sessions which we were actually testing out. Now, if you think that this looks like a old newspaper website, no, because we actually can select a candidate right here, and we can actually have a LLM based or even a API based system where we just ask something about the candidate as well. Currently, it is running on complete CPU because we understand that not everyone, particularly HRs, may not be having that high level hardware in terms of running large language models. So we have used a simple 2 billion parameter model of Quen 3.5 family to do the analysis with regards to all the CV for us. Of course, we are seeing this is the profile rating and other things. Open to work, no, because we have already parsed out a lot of important information about this particular candidate. Now, if you already have an API, you are a big guy, rich guy, just get the API key and the base URL and the model. Here we have just simply laid out the foundation. You can use any OpenAI compatible API key and it will get the job done. Also, if you are looking correctly, these all the candidates were provided to us by you from your system that we have got. We have got like 1 lakh particular candidates, and we already have passed through the best candidates for the submission. So finally, the output is here, and it has been able to look at the different parameters for this particular candidate. I think this is candidate number 4. And we are seeing particularly different expectations that we have, and it was able to extract different locations with our content and the config that we were actually talking about. Not only that, you can go to the candidates button and basically see all the candidates in a particular roster, and you can just simply browse around your candidate and probably book him or even basically chat about this candidate as well. Finally, the ranking system, it's all based on the config that we generate from the personas of the recruiter. This is the main USP of our repository and the research that we have done with regards to all the docs that we have studied and everything. Well, going back to the docs, we can, if you want to know more about the system, about the analysis guide, their architecture, inference, or anything particularly, you can just simply go to the docs button and just browse about it. That's it. With that, I would say this comes to the end of the candidate gazette and HenshinLabs presentation on the Henshin recruiter system. If we are able to make it through, we will see you in the next time. Bye.